Today we're going to take a little tour through Rattan Creek, coming into it from the south side over here. You can see we got HEB, we got a lot of little restaurants here. Got your Wendy's back there from the corner. You got a Starbucks and a Whataburger as well. Neat little Korean barbecue kind of place over there too. So a lot of cool stuff. But here we are at Rattan Creek, coming in off of McNeil Drive. It's going to be Amarillo right here. So coming in here on the south side, you can see you got like different little sections of the neighborhood, but just want you to see kind of what's here, the kind of houses that you got in the neighborhood. You can see that most of the streets, you've got the sidewalks. You've got the neighborhood mailboxes out here on the ends of the blocks. We'll just go ahead and turn down Lubbock Lane and head up this way for you to see it. So what I want you to be able to see here in this neighborhood, which is just in a great location, by the way. If you're coming here for a tech job, Apple, eBay, a lot of that kind of stuff, you're going to be really close to where you want to be here in this neighborhood and have a lot of things to do close by. But you've also got a pretty reasonable price point. These homes built from about the mid 80s up through the 90s, I think maybe all the way to 2000. And pretty good size homes to, you know, about, I'd say 1,600 to 2,000 square foot homes. But you'll notice, you may have already noticed, I want to hit this squirrel up here. There he goes. What you may have already noticed is that, you know, all the houses don't look exactly the same. Now, a lot of them, you may notice some very similar floor plans, but you'll see a lot of them have been updated very differently. And you can do that here because you don't have an HOA. And talk to a lot of y'all moving here. There are some people that do like to have the HOA. You want to keep everything looking a certain way. And then I'd say the vast majority of people we talk to would rather not. So if that's you, leave me a comment down below and let me know. But yeah, you can get into this neighborhood no HOA, so you can do your updates and things like that. But just because you don't have an HOA, you do actually still get some of the benefits that people like from HOAs, like neighborhood events. I'm recording this on July 2nd. In a couple days, they're going to be having a big neighborhood parade that's going to be put on by the neighborhood association, which is a voluntary thing that you can join, and it's only $25 a year. So pretty good value from that. If that's something that you want to do, you can do that here in Rattan Creek. Even if you're not a resident of Rattan Creek, if you want to, you can also be a friend of that. But I don't really know what benefits you get other than getting to come to their annual pool party that they do. So yeah, I don't know if you do that. But anyway, if you want to, you can join that. You get some of those, just the community events, and just kind of getting to meet people in your neighborhood. Also the pool party. But yes, now the pool, that's something important here. The pool is not a part of that voluntary association. The pool is part of the MUD district, which is when they built this neighborhood. You had it's MUD is municipal utility district here. And when they built that, you've got that. And now you have to join it, and you can pay if you want to, and get access to the pool and the tennis courts that you're going to see up here at Rattan Creek Park, which we're going to get to here in just a little bit as we come around up here. Get your don't miss my turn up here. Some of these neighborhoods, even though I've driven through this a few times, if you you're careful, you'll miss your turn. A lot of these look the same. Here we go. So this is going to cut off, and Rattan Creek Park just kind of runs through right in the middle of the neighborhood. You've got trails that anybody can access. Trails, playground. You can see some people out there walking right now. So just a really nice park here in the middle of the neighborhood. You can see you got volleyball court over there. There's also a little soccer field around here. But also there you'll see the pool. You've got a junior Olympic size swimming pool. That's also got some other stuff for kids to enjoy, so you don't have to be a great swimmer. And you've got tennis courts right there. Now you do have to join and pay that in that MUD, the municipal utility district. You have to join and pay that to be able to get in here and use the facilities at the pool and the tennis courts. But the rest of this stuff here is pretty much open. I mean, anybody can use it, whether you live here or not, really. You've got all access to that right here. Everything you see here at the Rattan Creek Park, which is just really nice to have that in here. And you know, it's nice that you're not having to pay, you know, to keep this up as part of an HOA or anything like that. It's already been provided for, and other stuff that you'll pay. You're still gonna pay those property taxes and everything else, and ultimately that's what pays for it. But hey, at least it's not an extra thing on top of that you're having to pay. But as we come around through here, you'll see one thing that a lot of people love in this neighborhood. It's the trees. It's a mature neighborhood, so you've got these live oak trees. In a lot of places, they're going to be, you know, hanging down over the road, and not over the road, but you know, hanging across the road, just giving you kind of a canopy of shade, which is really nice here. It's a nice thing that you will find in a lot of the mature neighborhoods around town. And you know, if you're looking at a brand new neighborhood, maybe one day you'll have stuff like this, but you're gonna get in, you're not gonna have all that shade. So I would imagine, not from personal experience, but you know, you live in a neighborhood with all this shade, with all these trees, versus a neighborhood where you don't have that and they just planted the little new baby trees. It's probably going to be a little different, probably going to cost you a little bit more on that electric bill, especially in the summer. But here's a good point: if you are looking to move, whether a neighborhood like this or another one, make sure you do subscribe and click the bell. That way you'll get notified. We're going to do more tours like this and others where we get out and walk around and show you some things a little more closely. But here I just wanted to let y'all see kind of an overview, just see what's here, what it looks like today, as of today, July 2nd, 2023. You know, and even though there's no HOA, you know, one thing you might be afraid of, you know, is everybody gonna take care of it? And if you've probably noticed, there's a few houses in here that are not really taking great care of what they've got. However, it's really the minority. I mean, there's few and far between. The vast majority of the houses in here are well taken care of, and people seem to have a lot of pride in their lawn and their landscaping. So it's definitely a nice feel here. You don't feel like it's neglected, really. You feel like people are actually taking care of it, which is really nice. So now we've made it kind of to the northwest corner. We started on the southwest corner. I mean, excuse me. We started on the southeast corner. We made it to the northeast corner of the neighborhood up here. We're just going to keep on rolling. And get back over here to Osborne, because I got one more thing to show you as we make our way on around. Fun story. A few years ago, actually came to Austin and stayed in the Airbnb in this neighborhood. Which brings up another good point for you. No one is here to prevent you, when you don't have an HOA with those restrictive covenants, from having an HOA. So whether you're looking to just invest in a property and have it here, or purchase a home, maybe live here for a few years, because you can find one that you could fix up and live there for a few years and then move out and turn it into an Airbnb. If that's something that you want to do, you can do it here in this neighborhood. So that's a nice little feature. You know, I'll just go ahead and tell you, I'm a big fan of the no HOA. I think there's a lot more benefits, pros, than there are cons, especially here at the price point where you are in this neighborhood. You're still around $450,000 up to about $550,000, which for the size of home in Austin today is a great value. You know, you go down a little bit farther, closer to downtown, and it's going to go up dramatically more than that. And what are you going to get for that dramatic more money? More congestion, more traffic. If you're working at these tech jobs up here in North Austin, a longer commute. So yeah, I don't know that that's worth it. So you check this street out here. This is a good example here. I like this. You got all the trees here, and you can see, I mean, people are taking care of things. Again, a few and far between. There are some where they're not, but I think that's going to be anywhere. But if you're liking this neighborhood, if you're just considering any neighborhood, whether it's for an investment property or if you're going to be moving here, y'all, that's what we do. You know, I'm not an agent, but I work with Luis. You'll see him on the channel all the time. We're going to do more videos where I'll bring him in and kind of talk about the real estate specifics of this neighborhood and other neighborhoods. But he's the guy to help you. If you're thinking about moving here, go ahead and give us a call, text us, email us, whatever you got to do. Get in touch with us, because we have got everything in place to help you make that move here to the Austin area smoothly. So the number, it's on the screen here that you're seeing. Just take a second. You can pause, take that number down, and we would love to help you out and get you moved out here anywhere in Austin, whether you want to move here to the North Austin area, to Rattan Creek, or one of the similar neighborhoods that are close by. Whatever the case may be, we'd love to help you out. Right here, you're going to see right there in front of me, now I'm turning, is the Robinson Park. It's another park that you'll have access to here in the neighborhood, and a lot of trails and things there, playgrounds, other stuff for you to do, for kids to do, just to get outside. So if you don't live right there in the center of the neighborhood, if you're over here on this edge, you still got access to a nice little park over here as well. So let me know in the comments what you think about Rattan Creek. Is there another neighborhood that you want to know more about? Just let me know. I'm out here wanting to show y'all everywhere that you could potentially end up here in the Austin area, and ultimately help y'all get moved out here if that's what you're looking to do, or help you find those investment properties out here as well. So if you want to know more about this neighborhood, stay tuned to the channel, hit that subscribe. If you want to know more about the pros and cons of living in Austin, check out the video that's popping up on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.